What's up? It's Logan, the drunk metalhead who muses, and today I'm musing from a different location. It's a holiday weekend right now, so I had to go home. So I went back to Raleigh, North Carolina, which had the original local metal scene and local craft beer scene that I fell in love with and really sparked both of my interests in these respective scenes. So I figured with this video I'd try to highlight some of my favorite small local bands and local breweries from Raleigh. So keep an eye out for these local brews and local tunes. Alright, first with what we're drinking. And the first brewery I want to highlight, this is Raleigh Brewing with their Hell Yes Ma'am. It's a Belgian style golden ale, strong, very strong golden ale. 8.5%, but tastes like 4 or 5%, you know, it's just super smooth and sweet and full bodied. This is one of those where you buy a 4-pack and drink 4 within an hour and boom, you're fucked, basically. But yeah, Raleigh Brewing is probably one of the premier breweries, I would say, in this scene, and definitely one of the ones that I went to the most often while here. Besides the Hell Yes Ma'am, I would recommend their Hidden Pipe Porter and their First Squeeze wheat ale. It's like a very citrusy, light beer. Perfect. Music-wise, this is what I'm representing on my shirt, and what we're jamming to right now in the background. It's Suppressive Fire. Now these guys are a big local band for me, for sure. I kind of started getting into the local scene at the same time these guys made their local debut, and I have kind of watched their band slowly transform into the powerhouse that it is today, you know? So it's been really cool keeping up with these guys and just supporting them every step of the way as much as possible, you know? So right now we're listening to their second album. This is what I got on my shirt. This is The Nature of War. This is probably my favorite thing that they've released. It's them at their most blackened and really a lot of first wave of black metal influence in here. Definitely get a little bit of Bathory and Venom, and a bunch of Toxic Holocaust too. These guys, they got Joel Grind in their back pocket, and he produces most of their stuff, which really is a big benefit to them. So this is an awesome album. I recommend No Man's Land, which is what's coming on right now. That riff is just got classic old school first wave black metal written all over it, and some Thin Lizzy in there too, which is sick. Depravity's sick. The title track, Nature of War, is awesome. And then the closing track, Nuclear Dismemberment, is cool too. And then this year they actually released an EP called Invasion. And I got this one on the little slip CD and cassette, of course. Cool little red cassette. They changed up their vocalists for this new one, and he's got more of almost like a little death metal more so. So they come off a little bit more Demolition Hammer influenced on this one, but still just as awesome. Taste the Shrapnel, track 3 is the highlight off of this one too. It's definitely a bit heavier and just meatier overall than Nature of War, but really anything by these guys is great. So please check out Suppressive Fire. Alright, next up, we are enjoying a beer from Big Boss Brewing Company. This is their Bad Penny brown ale. And brown ales are definitely some of my favorite colder weather beers for sure. And this one is definitely a go-to, and has been a go-to for a while. Big Boss is probably one of the first breweries that I also enjoyed here in Raleigh. They have a very just fun, low-key tap room, like a lot of billiards tables and gaming devices and stuff there, like the old Nintendo 64s and Ataris. Really just a fun place to hang out for a chill night. Ping pong's a big one too, and cornhole of course. But their beer is always really solid, if not even above solid like this one. I mean, very smooth and malty. Smooth and malty. Tasty. Other ones I'd recommend from these guys is Harvest Time, which is their like fall spiced ale. Probably my favorite one by them for sure. And then they have a Travel Guide IPA, which is pretty good too. So as far as breweries go in Raleigh, definitely add Big Boss to your list. And then what we're jamming to right now in the background is probably my favorite local band ever. And they've only ever released one album. This is Noctum, and this is their album Obulus for Charon, or Charon. The guy in the boat. You got your coins on the eyes, you go to the underworld. That guy. But they have such a unique sound, if you can hear it, that I am absolutely in love with. It's like a sludgy black metal kind of sound. It's crazy unique, and the guitar riffs too are just top notch, like very hardcore and sludge influenced riffs, but the vocals, perfect. From this album, I'd recommend Spectral Figures, Soul Rot, and Illusions. This is amazing though. I would highly recommend checking this out. And then in addition to that, I also have, this is like their original demo tape, which has a lot more like stripped down versions of some of these songs, like Illusions and Soul Rot are on here. And just a great band that was on the scene, I guess, just for a couple of years. I don't know what they're doing, if they're doing anything right now, but their music holds up and is just phenomenal. So check them out. All right, last but not least, we got a light lager. Yeah. Can't drink too much while I'm around family. Or maybe that is the time to drink too much, I don't know. But this is called Morts from Trophy Brewing, and this is perfect. Perfect. Crushable, crisp, clean, and not too bready, but has the perfect amount of flavor. This is a great beer for a chilly fall night for sure. And Trophy Brewing is definitely another highlight of the Raleigh brewing scene for sure. Besides this lager, they have a killer stout called the Milky Way Stout, which is just like an ideal, like smooth, bitter, very coffee infused kind of stout. And then they have Trophy Wife and Trophy Husband series, which is like their session IPAs and stuff. Great beer as well. So gotta check out Trophy Brewing too if you're in the Raleigh area, or if you just happen to see any of their beer at a local, bottle shop. And then the last local Raleigh band I want to highlight is more stoner and kind of doom or traditional heavy metal very influenced by, I would say, the Sword and the Savannah sludge scene. This is Bedouin with their EP Wolves and Trees. It's just riff after riff after riff, and I love it. I've seen these guys live a couple times, and they absolutely kill it. You're just, the whole time they're up there, and like every single song off this album is perfect. I would definitely recommend Evil, Right, and Oh Bitter Sea, the two in the middle. They actually have a music video for Oh Bitter Sea, so check that one out. Besides this EP, they actually have a full length that I just have not gotten on physical yet. I'm sure I will eventually, but it's called Blood of the Fall, and I've heard a couple of songs off that, and it's like this, except a little more ambitious. Like the songs are longer, a little bit more progressive, and still just as heavy though. So definitely recommend Bedouin. Alright, so there are countless more breweries and bands that I could talk about from Raleigh, but this is the ones I was most passionate about, and I only have so much time. I gotta spend some time with family, man, family and friends. So happy holidays, and be around the ones you love, I guess, or something like that. Love the ones you're with. Cheers.